Today I'm going to show you my perfume collection, my current perfume collection. So in case you're wondering which perfumes are currently in my collection, then make sure you keep on watching. It's going to be a different format. It's going to be like this or this. Whoever side I'm going to put this little short clip. And I'm really excited because I think this is the perfect format to show you a collection. It gives you the opportunity to really see the bottles up close and also be able to maybe do some other things aside whilst listening to the video. And in case you love fragrances as much as I do and you love everything that's in relation to perfumes, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. We're really close to hit 1,000 subscribers, so please make sure you subscribe. Also make sure you follow me on Instagram in order to get to know what I'm up to, what outfits I'm wearing, and also more perfume content. This also gives you the opportunity to ask me any questions once I do a Q&A, once I hit 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. To let you know, I store all of my perfumes in a cupboard to make sure that they are away from heat and any sunlight. It's more important to me that they looked after so I can keep them a long time. Also, my goal is not to be a collector. I've said this many times before. Due to YouTube, obviously my collection is getting bigger, but I will try to keep it at a certain amount because maybe it's because I'm a Virgo, but I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to like organization. I don't like it when it's too much. So yeah, that's just a quick information in case you wondered. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time. So we're starting off my collection with one of my oldest fragrances at the moment, since I always declutter my collection, and this one is one that I have, I think, now for 2-3 years. So I'm not sure if the juice is still very good, but it's a very beautiful oud fragrance. I really like Mancera's Rose Vanille as well, but it's like I finished it and I'm still hesitating to repurchase it because you know my collection, I don't want it to be really big, so I try to hold off, but we will see. But this one is a very beautiful oud. It is on a similar style than Rose d'Arabie. It has a soapy smell, but very, very lightly, and it's a very, very beautiful fragrance. This is one that I got gifted, and this has actually been purchased in the Emirates, if I believe so. It's an Oud Toilette, which is very rare for oud perfumes, and it's a very, very strong oud, but I actually really enjoy it. I don't really purchase Oud Toilette, as you know, but I think this is really nice to get, like, take in your bag with you. And yeah, it's really nice. And this one is Opulent Musk by Lattafa, my engagement fragrance that I got from Dubai. A really, really beautiful perfume. I would say this is, if there was a Middle Eastern Baccarat Rouge, then this would be it. It's not like they smell the same, but it's the same kind of vibe. It is a beautiful, super long-lasting musk, and I can highly recommend this as well if you love already Shakaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. It's in the same style. I really believe, like, if you love the other one, then you will love this, and the other way around. And I really enjoy this fragrance. And in case you haven't seen my Dubai perfume vlog, then you absolutely need to watch it. The next one, as you can see, I just cleaned all my bottles. I do this like every week or so, or every second week. Anyways, I got this and I've talked to you about it as a blind buy, and I have to be honest, like I'm not extremely happy about it, just because the longevity for me is not there really. I don't know, a lot of people ask me if I got a wrong bottle, but I actually got it from a really big retailer that sells perfume, so I don't believe so. I also saw that from this perfume there's a male version, so maybe I should try the other one out. But this one is very similar to the notes in terms of, like, it has a similar note profile than Herba Pura, Kirkè, but I just feel like this one is less round and it has a little bit more of an acidic note. So this one is definitely gonna go on the side. I'm gonna declutter it and I'm gonna give it to my friend and see whether she likes it. Otherwise I will give it to someone else. But I'm really happy at least that this makes a great present for someone, and hopefully someone else will really enjoy it. So perfume is this well-known Shakaf Oud by Swiss Arabian, and I've talked about this before. I have to be honest, whenever I find a perfume that I think is quality, or like the quality is really amazing and the price is really low, I want to mention it as often as possible. I've actually seen this circulating on TikTok now, but I have this perfume since a long time. Like, I think I've smelled it the first time when I was in Marrakesh at the airport. They had like a stand there, and I really liked it. And at this moment I was already having the Rose d'Arabie, so I was like, ah, maybe don't need it, but well, you see, now I have both. But it's a very, very beautiful perfume. It is extremely similar to Oud Bouquet, although I prefer this one. I purchased it for like 40 Swiss francs, which is like $40 at that moment. It's a what is it, a 75 ml, and I really, really, really love this. This is actually my second bottle. Why do I love it? I think it's a perfect winter fragrance. You can wear it all year round, but I just love to wear this in winter. It smells super luxe. In case you haven't seen my reviews about it, please go ahead. I try not to talk too much about each fragrance, otherwise we sit here for until tomorrow. But it's a rose vanilla, no, it's a rose like praline-ish kind of oud, so there's a sweetness to it, which I absolutely love. This one is also by Lattafa, which is the Sheikh, what's it called? Sheikh Shuyukh, I think so. I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong. And this one is actually quite similar to Shakaf Oud, the one I just showed you before. I would say that it's slightly different, but if you like Shakaf Oud, you might like this one, but maybe you don't need it since it's very similar. It's absolutely beautiful, and I mean, look at the bottle, and I still to this day, I'm just so excited about the fact that these perfumes from Lattafa were like so low in price, but the quality is amazing. Like, they stay on the whole day for me. The Arabic perfume or Middle Eastern perfume is this beautiful Muscat by Héritage Berber, which is a very woody and spicy perfume. I got this actually next to the Jardin Majorel in Marrakesh, and it's a local brand in Morocco or in Marrakesh, and they make really, really good perfumes. This one actually smells really a lot like Grand Soir, and I'm sure that this one was launched before that. It's very, very similar, because when I smelled Grand Soir, I immediately thought of this one, and it's a very beautiful woody spicy fragrance. Even for my taste, this sometimes is a little bit too spicy and woody, so I don't wear it often, and it's super strong, but it's a very, very beautiful spicy fragrance. It also would be a great gift for your husband, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, whatever you wanna, whoever it is. But yeah, this is it, Muscat by Héritage Berber. Next one is Oud Wood by Tom Ford. This is actually the only fragrance from Tom Ford I have currently in my collection, and this is a 30 ml, and as you can see, this is almost finished, and I have mixed feelings about this. So my brother loves this perfume, and we have the same perfume taste, and I tried it and I actually really liked it, but there's something, and I cannot tell you what it is, that just bothers me. I feel like there is a synthetic smell to the oud, and it's just a note that doesn't sit right with me. I mean, it's a beautiful fragrance, but it's not one that I would repurchase. Also, considering it's only 30 ml, it's a really, really expensive perfume. And although it's Tom Ford, there are definitely ouds that I prefer, that I feel like are you get more for the price. Nevertheless, I think it's a great perfume also for a man, and yeah, it's nice. Just on me, I just feel like there was something bothering me. I still wore it, as you can tell, but it was not like a perfume that I was obsessed about. I liked it, it intrigued me, but it's definitely not something that I will repurchase, but it's beautiful. To show you is this gorgeous Rose Velour by Van Cleef Arpels, and you can tell. So this perfume has been used quite a lot by me, and I'm so upset because they discontinued it, because this one was probably my top one of rose fragrances, because it has like honey note in it, and the projection is absolutely incredible. It's sweet but still very classy and so strong. I love this fragrance, and I try to find it, I try to link it, but it is not available anymore. And whenever I go to the store, I don't see this perfume. I know that I have another one which is called Rose Rouge or something like that. I haven't even smelled it, so I don't know if it's a reformulated version, but I just want to know, why did you discontinue this gorgeous scent? It's absolutely beautiful. If you know anyone that sells this bottle or knows where I can get it, I will kindly get another one, because I am using this very sparingly. And it's a beautiful winter fragrance, so elegant and sophisticated. Then I come to fragrances that have been sent to me, which is this Picture of the Lady by Celebi. And I've used this quite a lot as well. I told you, like, I think this has a really long lasting power. It is a dupe of the Portrait of a Lady by Frédéric Malle. And I think it's really good, and I think it is really amazing, but my opinion towards dupe perfumes, like, really are, I don't want to say changed, because I've never been like, yes, they changed, I would say, because I just think that you can get a perfume that's close to your, like, a perfume that you love, but I just feel like, you know, perfume is art, and if I would be the artist, I wouldn't want it to be copied by people. Of course that there are like imitations, that's completely normal and it's flattering, but I personally will not be purchasing dupes anymore. So I will definitely finish these bottles because they're beautiful, and I think they did an amazing job. And they also have fragrances, by the way, that are not from them. I have to check, I have one here. Yeah, they have also fragrances that are not inspired, that are absolutely beautiful. So I would recommend you to get one that is not a dupe, but this one is quite nice, and it's very cheap. They sent me the Era Absolute, and it's very beautiful. Like, I don't have anything negative to say about the scent, about the quality. The concentration of the perfume is really good, but I still would buy the original, because the original is better in my opinion. It's very close, but I think the original is better. It's close, but it's not the same, if that makes sense. But this is all a while ago, by the way. They sent me the perfumes way before I had YouTube, but this one is Makam Ibrahim, and I love this. So this is not a dupe. This is a gorgeous vanilla scent. I've never smelled anything like it. It's like a vanilla oriental, but super soft, but still stays on really long. And I really love this one. I think it's really beautiful. At least I think it's not a dupe. Maybe it is, I don't know about it, but I really love this. It's beautiful. The next one is Ylang Ylang in Gold by Micallef, and you know, I've talked about this. I have recommended it to you as a wedding scent, because I know there's a lot of people that love this scent, but I will give it away. Like, I'm gonna declutter it, and I tell you why. Think that it's got hyped up so much on YouTube, and that's why I purchased it. I think I purchased it before I got YouTube, and everyone said that this was absolutely incredible. And though it is a nice vanilla scent, it's a very powdery vanilla. It's not something extraordinary for me. Like, I think the notes made me feel like this has to be like something else, and I'm not saying it's not good. I also recommend it as a bridal scent, which I think would be a nice bridal scent. But when I tell you, like, this is a great fragrance, it doesn't mean that I personally wear it. It doesn't also mean that I personally think it suits me. But I think when you review things, when you talk about things, you have to stay objective. It's like people talk about makeup. They can recommend you something, but that doesn't mean that they keep it or that they wear it. And I think it's important to have an open mind when you recommend, when you review, because it's, at the end of the day, every perfume has its charm. I just think that this one, personally for me, it's one that I don't keep, but I will 100% be sure and tell you that there are people that love this perfume. That doesn't mean that the hype, you know, that doesn't mean that the perfume doesn't, you know, I don't know, match the hype. It's just that for me personally, it didn't. Now I'm smelling it, and the vanilla is very nice. It's very powdery, soft, so very perfect bridal scent, but I just expected more. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna declutter this, and I will let my friends and my mom choose which one they would like to keep. That's Bijou. Already 16 minutes in, so this is gonna be a long video, but yeah, this one is a newer one that I got this summer, and you can tell I've already used it a lot. So this one is a very summery fragrance. I was looking for a coconut fragrance that wasn't Au Soleil Blanc. because I think it's a little bit overpriced, and I wanted something that's very fresh and coconutty, has some monoi or like, you know, like exotic flowers in it. And this is exactly this. This for me is like a resort perfume in a bottle. Unfortunately, I'm not going away this summer, but I will definitely wear this when I go to the lake or swim, because I just think this is a very beautiful summer fragrance. It's okay lasting, like it lasts okay. The projection is not crazy, but I think this is a great, it's a very great summer fragrance, just like for running errands and the beach. The Pure Royal 910 by Federico Mahora. This is the dupe that I've presented to you. And I think this is a great option as well if Baccarat Rouge is a little bit too expensive for you. But like I said, my opinion on dupes kind of changed. Doesn't mean that I don't think you should get dupes, but I think sometimes it's better to save up to get the real deal. But I completely understand that you all want something that smells like Baccarat Rouge, and I think this is super close. Crazy. And I've made a video about this, I think a few months ago, and it got so many views on TikTok. I mean, for me at least. And yeah, it's a really nice perfume because it smells like Baccarat Rouge, and really great option for those people that want to smell like Baccarat Rouge but can afford it. But yeah, I highly recommend you, if you are a lover of perfume and you just don't want to get a scent, then I would highly recommend you to invest in the perfume, just to respect the art of the creator. But I completely understand if you feel like you never get there and you don't want to spend so much money. So that's all up to you. I'm just presenting you my current collection, and it's still there. I'll show you this as my with my Arabic, with my Middle Eastern scents, and I don't know the name of it. I can't read Arabic, so let me check if it's on the bottom. And so in case you can read Arabic, let me know what it's called. That's a pity. But I will find a link and I will let you know. I will find it. But yeah, it's 100 ml, and this is from Rasasi, so the same company as Jasmine Wisp. And actually this is a love and hate perfume. Not hate, it's a bit strong, but do you know these perfumes that you can't decide if you really love them or you don't like them at all? I don't know, that sounds weird, but it's the truth. I think it has a very soapy undertone to it, and but it's still very oriental, so it's a very interesting fragrance, and I actually enjoy wearing this. Especially in winter, but I think it has a very specific smell, and I'm sure that there's people that really don't like this, but it still has its charm, so I will definitely still use this, and I'm not gonna declutter it. Is Santal 33 by Le Labo, and I really love this. I think I know this is a very trendy perfume, but hey, I don't live in New York City, I don't live in Los Angeles, and not in London, so it's not a lot of people that wear it around here, and I think this perfume is perfect for layering. So if you want a perfume that you can layer, I would highly recommend this one. And the funny story behind this is actually that I've ordered this on Cult Beauty, and I didn't get my package for a really long time, and so I wrote them and they told me that it's lost. But I got a reimbursement for my perfume, so they sent me the money back, but then I ended up getting the perfume still. So it wasn't lost, it just took a really long time, and I wrote them because they already gave me back the money, and so I told them that I got the perfume, and in case they want me to repay or resend it or however, and they actually were so kind to say no, it's okay, I can keep it, I don't need to pay, which was really nice. And just good to always say the truth, because it's always worth it. But anyways, so this one is a really beautiful bottle, and I'm really happy. And this one is a perfume that stays on really long. This is a cool girl fragrance. I don't know, but I see a top model living in New York wearing this fragrance. It's so cool, a little bit androgynous, I don't know how you say that word, but yes, this is the name for it, definitely. Is Molecule number 1, I think. Yeah, it's number 1, yes. and I got a mixed feeling about this. I will keep on using it, and I spray it after I showered. I spray it when I'm in the gym, which is rarely these days. But I really like it in terms of like the skin scent it gives me, and weirdly like people compliment you on it, but I don't really smell it that much after a moment. I just think this is a great layering perfume to put it on after you have your body lotion done. Do I really need it? Probably not. Will I re-get it? No, but it's still a nice one. On North Bundy Eau de Parfum by Way, and this is the brand of Jen Atkin, which is the hairstylist of the Kardashians, and she actually makes some perfumes. I don't know why did I think it was a good idea to purchase the perfume after I purchased the hair product, because whenever I smell this I feel like it's the hairspray, and the hairspray is super sticky, so I get reminded of that. So that's maybe why I don't like it that much. This as a fresher scent, and I'm definitely gonna link all of the perfumes below, so you can have a look in case you enjoy this kind of scents. But like I told you, maybe I would have enjoyed this if I didn't have the hair perfume, the hairspray before, but it just reminds me of hairspray now, and yeah, that's why I will pass, and I will happily give it to one of my friends. So this is the next one, Strychnina by Cinque Canto. And this one is a sub-brand from Tiziana Terenzi, or the Terenzi family. I have reviewed this perfume, so I will link all the the videos below, because I've reviewed this. This is a super long lasting, very sultry, sensual scent that is similar to the Tiziana Terenzi DNA, which I really love. I really love their perfumes, and I think this came at a really great price. It's super long lasting and it's just absolutely beautiful, and I'm really happy about this fragrance. The next one is the Acqua di Parma Rosa Nobile, and you can tell that I've used this perfume. I think this is absolutely beautiful, but sadly not very long lasting, and so I don't end up wearing it that much. Fun fact, I think I've actually had, like years ago, I've had an interview and the woman smelled so good, and I asked her what perfume she's wearing, and she was wearing this one. And so maybe this is one of the perfumes that you didn't notice, that you don't notice so much on you, but it's noticed by people around you, and I really love it. I actually have the body cream of this. I think it's beautiful, and I think this would be a great bridal scent, but it just doesn't last that long, so I'm not sure whether I will get it or not once it's finished. So, but yeah, from now on, for now I actually enjoy this. So, the next one is Rose d'Arabie by Armani Privé, and you know, I talked about this a couple of times. It's an absolutely gorgeous perfume. I really enjoy this, and it's been in my collection on and off since around 7 or 8 years. So this is really one that I discovered at quite a young age, and that I really loved immediately, and I really love this. So I enjoy still wearing this, because sometimes you have fragrance that you wore when you were younger and then suddenly you don't really enjoy wearing them anymore. There's also fragrances that you try and the first time you really like them, but when you wear it you don't really like how it makes you feel. But this is really one that I've been grabbing since years. It's a bit stronger, so I don't really wear this to run errands. If I want to, I do, but it's not something that I grab just like that. I would grab it more for dinner, but I still grab it in the afternoon. Honestly, I really go by my feeling, but I really love this. And another perfume that's currently in my collection is Kirkè by Tiziana Terenzi, and this one is similar to the Strychnina one, or it has similar notes than Erba Pura, a very fruity musky perfume, and the pear really comes out on my skin on this perfume, and I really love this. This and Strychnina are my only Tiziana Terenzi perfumes currently in my collection. I'm looking forward to add more. I had a few other perfumes that I talked about that I used, that I just used and I didn't repurchase. Before I had YouTube, I had really a lot of perfumes, and I got rid of some that I didn't wear, some I finished, and I just didn't repurchase them. But now that I do YouTube, I actually buy a little bit more, because, you know, also for the sake of showing you, but I I think I'm gonna add some more from Tiziana Terenzi because I love the longevity and I just love their DNA and signature scents, or signature in their perfume. Another perfume that I've showed you before is Love by Kilian Don't Be Shy, and you can see that I've used half of the bottle already. This is a very interesting one for me because I have phases where I enjoy this a lot and then other phases where it's too sweet for me, but I think this is a very, very nice fragrance. Please also make sure you watch my date night review because I got into more depth about this fragrance, but I think this is a very sassy, fancy marshmallowy kind of scent and still very sultry, perfect late night scent, also very playful. So I think this is also really, really great fragrance for like girls in their late teens. I just think this is a really beautiful fragrance. But yeah, like I said, it's not a fragrance that I wear all the time. I have moments where I grab for it, but my favorite that you are all sick of it because it's literally mentioned in all of my videos. I don't even care because I love this and I will always keep on mentioning it because it's just a stunning perfume and I will definitely repurchase it. It's my favorite perfume ever. This is a very special perfume because it's not your typical vanilla. It's a very elegant, sophisticated and powdery vanilla, but still not mature, if you want to say so. So it's an absolutely masterpiece and I need to get another bottle of it. This is 100 ml, I think so. And I think the prices for Louis Vuitton fragrances are actually fair because 100 ml was like 230, which if you calculate how like Tom Ford is more expensive than Louis Vuitton, can you imagine? That this is a really, really beautiful perfume. I also forgot to mention this one when we talked about the Middle Eastern fragrances, but this one is Woody Style by Arabian Oud, and mentioned this before in my videos as well. One of my favorite oud fragrances. So if you're looking for an oud and you hesitate between Tom Ford, Oud Wood or this, I would choose this just because for quality price you get more quality for the price, since it is very on the lower end of the price. But this is one of the best ouds I've ever tried, and believe me, I tried many in all price ranges, but I really recommend you to get this if you're an oud lover because it's absolutely incredible. We have the famous Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Court déjà in Paris, and I've used this as well, as you can tell. I love this fragrance. I really enjoy it. It's really right up my alley. It's like ambery and, you know, a little bit of a molecular scent, but of course, given that almost everyone has this perfume, I would not repurchase it. Not because I think if I would be all crazy about it like I would be for Contre Moi. I love this fragrance, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like all over the moon for it. If it would be my absolute favorite fragrance ever in the world, I would probably re-get this. But just because it's not my number one fragrance, it's nice, but yeah, it's, you know, it's a masterpiece. Like, no one can deny that because obviously it has gained such a popularity and also reasoning to the absolute gorgeous scent. But I don't think I would repurchase this now right away. Maybe in a few years when I look back and I'm like, oh, I missed this scent, I will probably get this again. But for now I would just use it and then not get it again for now. Another one, starting off with my collaborations I did, the Sweet Praline by Mizensir. This is a very beautiful fragrance. It is really like in love kind of fragrance, and I mean in love not with the fragrance but the feeling of being in love. I love this fragrance, don't get me wrong, it's a very, very beautiful fragrance, but it smells like being in love because it gives you the feeling of contentment and really like a lightness. It has a floral note to it, so it's a musky floral, I would say, but lightly floral. It also has some raspberry notes in it, but the raspberry is not syrupy sweet. So I think if you like a lighter fragrance but still like the musky feel to it, then this would be a really great option. I think this is beautiful and it is very unique. This could also be a great signature scent, by the way, and absolutely beautiful. Another one that I really enjoy, and that is one fragrance that I started to enjoy more and more I wear it. So, you know, there are fragrances that I maybe not like I love at first sniff. I mean, I liked it a lot. I love it. I mean, no, that's not true. I loved it when I first smelled it. I think it's amazing. But I got to love it more and more the more I wore it because it's such a beautiful molecular musky scent, because it starts off really fresh with the with the lemon and sage, and it has a minty feel to it, and then it starts being in this comforting musky fragrance. So absolutely beautiful. I haven't smelled a musk like it because it's a fresh musk, so I really, really enjoy this. Another one that you all heard a lot of me, like a lot that I talked about a lot, is the Perfect Oud by Mizensir, and this just describes it perfectly. It's a perfect oud. It is actually not the actual oud, but it's an oud accord, and it's supposed to mimic the smoke that oud produces, and it's so beautiful. Like, I say this all the time: if you want an oud but you're scared, or you feel like oud is too strong, then this one is a safe number for me. If you like oriental fragrances, because it's an oud but it's not too strong. I know a lot of people say this is super masculine, but I don't have to repeat myself all the time, and you know I don't believe in masculine or feminine fragrances. I believe you should wear whatever you like. I actually really love wearing this, and I feel super feminine wearing this, and I think it's just all about perception, but I love this fragrance, and I get lots of compliments when I wear this. I actually have a second bottle of Perfect Oud that Mizensir was so kind to send me. So this is my backup. I love it so much that I don't give this away. Normally I give perfumes away, but I don't give this away. Then still in my collection is the Amouage Lilac Love that I will give away, because as you've might known, this was a little bit of a disappointment for me, just because like the notes, I mean, it's very floral, and I don't want to repeat myself. I think Amouage is a great brand, and I'm looking still for the one Amouage fragrance that sweeps me off my feet. But this one was too floral for me. Like, I will give this away to someone that I know loves florals. I just feel like the cacao in the middle is not very noticeable on my skin, just at the beginning. And so the whole day it smells like really strong lilac flowers, and it's like it's too strong for me. Next one is this gorgeous thing. I'm gonna take it out of his box. I like to keep fragrances in the box if they come in a box. I don't have to talk about this fragrance anymore. You all know that this is one of my new signature fragrances. For those who haven't watched my videos, I highly recommend you watch them, because obviously when you're doing perfume collection, it's already going to be super long, so I'm not gonna hold you tight to sit and listen to each in-depth review. But all I can say is that this one is one of a kind, a masterpiece in my opinion, because it gives you a very aquatic spa-like feeling, and at the same time it's super woody. It has like a salty note in it, and also some musk, so it really reminds me of Bali. But it reminds me of the Bali resort when you get your massage done, and you you're at the beach after like dinner, and you walk and you just smell the salt, you know, in the ocean. And it has a vanilla to it as well. And what I loved about this fragrance is that the longer you wear it, the better it gets. Like, it starts off being a little bit more aquatic in my opinion, and then it goes into this very salty vanilla woody kind of scent. A great all year around, my new signature scent definitely, and unbelievable, but this lasts around 24 hours on my skin. Then another one that I have here, which I love, is the Enigma by Roja, and I have to say, the more and more I wear it, the more and more I fell in love with it. I actually did a review of Roja Enigma and Roja Elixir and Roja Sweetie Oud. The Elixir I really loved, but I ended up giving it to someone in my family, because they really loved it. And I just, you know, sometimes you have a fragrance that you love, but you really think of a specific person and you gift it to them. Like, that's how I am. I have perfumes that I really love and that I really like, but I don't know, it reminds me of a person. I don't know if you ever had that, and I think this is a huge compliment. I love when people do that. It does not really happen so much, but I have like gifted my mom, I remember, Gucci Bloom, because it just reminded me so much of her, and now it's her signature scent. And the same one with the Roja Elixir. I absolutely loved it. I think it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a tad bit too light for me because I love stronger fragrances, but when I smelled it, the more I wore it, I was thinking of a specific person in my family that would love it, and I'm really happy because she was so excited about it. So that's why you don't see it in my collection at the moment. But this one is an absolute stunner. I love to wear this, and I cannot wait. I'm not a winter person, I'm not a fall person. Like, I'm really like a summer kind of girl, but just because I have so many beautiful fragrances that I am gonna wear in summer, in winter, and especially this one. I wear it now, but I have to smell it again. This just smells like luxury to me. It's absolutely incredible. But it's funny because like I always loved it. Like, I cannot tell you that I didn't like it, but this isn't a perfume. that I appreciate more and more. I have to say that it's a little bit more of a mature smell. It smells different to anything else I have, but I cannot wait to rock this in colder weather. I already rock this now, but I just think that this will be even more beautiful in colder weather. And I don't know if you knew, but these are actually Swarovski crystals. And the cap of Roja bottles are gold plated, so what a luxurious bottle. Absolutely beautiful. I have to thank again Roja for giving me the opportunity to talk about their fragrances. And I keep it in their beautiful box because it's too beautiful not to keep them in it. The next one, which is a gem, is the Sweetie Oud by Roja Parfum. And wow, this one is so beautiful. I was really excited when they gifted it to me because this one is like, oh my god. I made a review about this perfume and it's very special because it's a very strong oud, and I definitely smell the, what do you call it? I forgot it. The cumin? No, not the cumin. Cardamom, sorry. You smell the cardamom really on my skin, but what is really beautiful about this, and I've never had anything like it, when you first spray it, it smells like a bakery, and you feel like you're just like transported into a bakery where they just like took out the freshly baked croissants, and when you step out of the bakery, you find yourself in a Middle Eastern bazaar, like spice market. That's the mix. It sounds weird, but it really matches really well, and I cannot wait to wear this in fall and winter. I still wear this now and then, but I think I will grab it a lot more often when the weather is cold. Just feel like sometimes notes they just are even more present when there's a little bit of a colder weather. So absolutely beautiful. And look at the top of the perfume. I'm almost through with my perfumes, and I'm gonna go ahead with my hair perfumes. And also they were so kind to send me this one, and you can see that I've been using this. This is the Enigma hair mist, and wow, I just in love with this. It's absolutely beautiful. I have no words because it's so gorgeous and smells exactly like the Enigma. I have to say though, when you spray it, you get a tint quickly, and I love it. It's beautiful. And another hair perfume that I have is Tiziana by Parfum de Marly, and all of you know this perfume. I wish though it came in a different bottle. I just think this is not very luxurious for what it is, but the perfume is really beautiful, and I think the prices are really great. I told you before, if you feel like a perfume is too pricey, I highly recommend you get the hair perfume because it smells the same. It's just less concentrated and it gives you a feel of whether you enjoy wearing it or not. This hair perfume is the Alien at the moment from Terenzi, which is a surprise because I don't really enjoy the perfume itself that much, but I really like it as a hair perfume. I like to top off all of my perfumes with hair perfumes, and I really enjoy wearing this. It smells very similar to Alien obviously, but I mean it smells the same, it's just less concentrated, which makes it a little bit more of a softer version. Is the Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Courtijan, and again this is the hair perfume. And I love this perfume. I think it's a very beautiful perfume, but I just felt like I wanted to get the hair perfume now since it was finished, and I really use this a lot, as you can tell. And oh my god, the Alien hair perfume and this, they literally make your hair smell like this until the next 24 hours. It's crazy. No, more, until your next washing day, I have to say. Depends when you wash your hair. That I enjoyed is the Gizu infused hair perfume, and this is from Negin Miosalehi. She has a hair brand. I have to say it's really nice. I wouldn't repurchase it because I'm just not crazy about it, but I think it smells really nice because it really smells like a very comforting honey smell. And yeah, I think it's a good bottle, like a good size as well, but I wouldn't purchase it again, let's put it this way. Last perfume for today is the Signature by Hera, which is a really beautiful hair perfume brand, and this one is really nice. It's very oriental and super strong, and I really enjoy wearing this. And it's really like a good price. I found this by accident, and it actually came with a smaller travel version. How cute. So I have this in my bag a lot, especially when I'm traveling and I wear my hair open. I love to spray it on my hair. but I wanted to show you this tray of perfumes that I have here. I cannot show you all of them, but literally that's how I work. I buy a lot of samples. I'm gonna show you like this so you can see better. So I buy a lot of samples, as you can tell. I also have here the bigger ones. And I basically buy samples and then I try them and I test them. Look, I even have one with like opium. I really don't like this fragrance. I really don't like it. Not to say anything negative about anyone that wears it, but it's just not my kind of taste. I tried it, I really tried it, but I really don't like it. It's too much. But yeah, I keep the samples. I don't really throw them away. First of all, I used to have samples before I did YouTube because I love to get samples and use them in my travel bag when I go somewhere. You never know, and I don't want to carry a full bottle. Then I also love to keep, like now I use them because when I do reviews, I not always get full bottles. I get samples and I really try them. These are just some of them, like I finished a lot of them already. For example, here, Gentle Fluidity is one that I wear to test out. I tested whether it lasts and so on for you because I don't want to purchase all of the fragrance. But yeah, this is the collection. I put it off for a lot of time because I just wanted to wait because I got a lot of, like I get sent more perfumes and I order perfumes, but I just think if I wait all the time I never end up filming it. So this is my current collection. Bear in mind that it's gonna be bigger or less and I'm gonna declutter because I don't want to end up with 200 perfumes. Like I'm OCD like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoy.